sunny West Indian playground has been struck by a devastating hurricane. These amazing pictures bring concrete evidence of the extent of the disaster, as winds reaching nearly 140 miles an hour left hardly a building untouched in the capital, Kingston. Shipping, too, paid a heavy price. Many vessels, including those bringing bananas to Britain, foundered while at anchor in the harbor, one ship turning turtle with a loss of 7 lives. The main airport suffered badly as the howling gale tore through the buildings, smashing them to matchwood. Telephone wires were down everywhere. And here's a food store with the roof gone, but vital distribution of supplies went on. A mental hospital housing over 3,000 was left roofless. And at this prison, the police were searching for dangerous convicts engaged in widespread looting. In all, over 150 people lost their lives, and damage to property amounted to £16 million. But we in Britain, through the Relief Fund, can follow the example of the royal family in helping these loyal and hard-working members of our Commonwealth. Jamaica's need is great indeed, as can be seen in one more tragic example of the havoc wrought by the worst Caribbean hurricane in living memory.
Margaret and her man Delbert, such a fine young couple, everybody said. So full of ambition, so striving. Their little boy so bright, so handsome, so thriving. Though in 1951, after the hurricane struck, they end up sucking salt like everybody else. Look, we'll never get anything back unless we do something serious, something really ambitious. Plenty people go in England now, plenty women going in for nursing. Let me go, while you continue here with the farming, just for the time being. As soon as I graduate, I will come back, get a big job. That time you see me in my whites now, soon turn matron. Together, we can build a good life for our son. But somehow, she never got far with nursing. For in her life, she never knew people could hurt so, never thought a country could cold so. With her heart turning into stone, with nothing to show for it, she wanted so much for the boy. She decided, though she will continue striving, she won't write again until she could send him what amount to something. The man begging his mother to keep the boy. So farming can't take us too far. This can never provide my son with the life I want for him. He set off for America to be a farm worker. Every year he went to pick oranges. Those on his street in his yard turned black from blight, for he never came back to that piece of ground. He settled in the city, got married. Sometimes when prob, he sent something for the boy. He had other things on his mind now. He was ambitious, he was striving, he was going far. Granny said to the boy, "Hard as children, can't reach no way. You will never amount to nothing." His ears weren't hard, he was just hard of hearing. After a while, he also stopped speaking. His granny wrote to his father, who he couldn't remember, to come and get him. I can't strive with him anymore." His father, saying he would try with him, came and took him home and introduced him. "This is your sister Rose. This is your brother Reuben. This is your sister Caroline. This is your brother Jonathan. And this is your new mother, Miss Sharon." A lady who looked like she learned to smile out of a book. After a while, They said he was too hardish to amount to anything and left him alone. He'd go by the shore and practice writing without a pen. First, he blew breath across the water. After that, every day he'd go and call out, ah, oh, ah, oh, ah, oh, ah. He threw some songs across the ocean like stones, hoping they'd hit something, rebound off someone he couldn't give a name to. But only by an echo returning would he know the ocean wasn't as empty as he was. Every day now, ah, oh, ah, oh, ah, till one day he managed, ah, oh, ah, oh, ma. Soon the sounds would make syllables. The syllables would make words. The words will make phrases. The phrases would make poems. His mother would never read them. She was too busy swabbing out the hospital in Reading, England. After so many years, she no longer even thought of him or anything else of that matter. Gazing day after day into that pail of water until one day, as she sluiced out of the ward, she fancied she heard someone calling her name. It sounded as if it came from the pail. It sounded like her rightful name, not Miss Black, by which she was known here. No one here knew that name. Ah, oh, ah, oh, ma. Each day she poured more and more water on the floor to try to capture that sound. Miss Black, matron said. Finally, this just won't do. No, she said, turning the taps on full, flooding the ward, pouring out an ocean from the pail. Standing by that shore, she clearly heard her name now. Ma! I must go, she said, taking off her shoes. I must go, taking off her overalls. I must go to my stripping her clothes. Son, in Anon Town, Jamaica. Stepping into the water as they rushed to restrain her. My son, my son. Standing on that far shore, he heard at last rebound the sound he sent, though slightly bent by distance and without conscious intent. He started walking to meet it.